There is something your cat, even while loving you, tries to hide from you. And he does not do it out of malice, stubbornness, or lack of trust. He does it by instinct. For a cat, showing weakness has never been simple. In nature, appearing weak can mean danger. And even inside the home, surrounded by affection, food, and protection, that instinct is still there, silent, working underneath every gesture. The problem is that this ability to hide things can come at a cost. It can cost comfort, health, time, and it can also cost you peace of mind when you realize too late that that strange behavior was not just a phase, it was a sign. Maybe you have already felt this, a small feeling of doubt, a tiny sensation almost hard to explain that your cat is not exactly the same as before. He keeps eating, keeps walking around the house, keeps seeming normal in many moments, but something has changed. A different meow during the night, a strange way of lying down, a fixed stare into some corner, more distance and irritation that did not exist before, or simply a different energy, as if he were there but not completely the same. And many times, the first reaction of the owner is to calm themselves by saying, "It must be old age." After all, cats get older. They start sleeping more, playing less, becoming more selective, changing their schedules, avoiding certain movements, and looking for different corners of the house. All of that can seem natural, but that is exactly where the danger lies. Because not every change in an older cat is just aging. Sometimes what looks like an ordinary change is his body trying to warn you that something is happening inside. A study published in May 2025 in the journal Pets by MDPI investigated exactly this relationship between common diseases in older cats and behavioral changes noticed by their owners. The research surveyed 594 German owners of cats over 9 years old and analyzed conditions like osteoarthritis, chronic kidney disease, hyperthyroidism, and cognitive dysfunction syndrome. And what the researchers found is striking. More than half of the cats evaluated, 54.6%, already had at least one disease diagnosed. In other words, we're not talking about rare, isolated cases or something far from the reality of people who live with an older cat. We're talking about something very present in the lives of senior felines. Among the most frequent conditions, osteoarthritis appeared in 18.9% of the cats. Chronic kidney disease appeared in 12.3%, hyperthyroidism in 8.9%, and cognitive dysfunction syndrome was diagnosed in 2.9% of the animals. The study also observed that as age advanced, the chance of the cat having at least one disease increased. But the most important point is not only in the numbers. The most important point is that these diseases did not remain restricted to the body in an invisible way. They appeared in behavior, and in some cases, the behavioral changes appeared even before the official diagnosis. This completely changes the way we look at an older cat, because that cat who stopped jumping onto the couch may not just be lazier. He may be feeling pain or discomfort when moving. That cat who started missing the litter box may not be acting out. There may be a physical, kidney-related, cognitive, or other kind of discomfort behind it. That cat who meows during the night may not just be looking for attention. There may be anxiety, confusion, changes in the sleep cycle, hyperthyroidism, hypertension, or some sign of disorientation. And that's what makes all of this so delicate. A cat rarely gives a clear, direct, easy-to-interpret message. He does not point to where it hurts. He does not explain that he is confused. He cannot say that his body feels different. So behavior becomes his language. The Cornell Feline Health Center explains that cognitive dysfunction signs tend to become clearer in cats aged 10 years or older, and these signs can appear in ways that many owners confuse with age-related quirks. Disorientation inside their own home, less interest in play, excessive sleep, changes in the sleep-wake cycle, long periods staring at walls or empty spaces, indifference to food and water, eliminating outside the litter box, and vocalizations that seem to have no reason, often during the night. Now, imagine how easily this can go unnoticed. The owner looks and thinks, "He's just getting older. He's always been a little strange. Cats do these things." And meanwhile, maybe the cat is showing a code, a discrete code, repeated in small signs, trying to reveal that something has changed. The Pet MD portal also highlights that dementia in cats can cause changes in memory, behavior, sleep, and spatial perception. According to the source, more than a quarter of cats aged 11 to 14 show at least one sign of dementia, and half of cats over 15 show signs of cognitive dysfunction. But the greatest difficulty is that many of these signs blend in with normal aging. An older cat may indeed sleep more. He may indeed play less. He may indeed become calmer. The problem is when these changes appear in a new way, increase over time, come with other behaviors, or seem to alter his relationship with the house, with food, with the litter box, or with the people around him. That's when the owner needs to change the question. Instead of thinking only, "Is my cat getting older?" maybe the more important question is, "What is this behavior trying to show me?" Because a new meow can be more than noise. Restlessness at night can be more than habit. Sudden isolation can be more than temperament. Difficulty jumping onto furniture can be more than lack of will. A change in appetite can be more than pickiness, and a change in the way he interacts with you can be more than distance. Behavior can be the first clue that your cat's body is trying to communicate something, and this is the real turning point. Your cat is not hiding signs because he wants to deceive you. He is following an ancient instinct. He tries to look fine even when he may not be. He tries to keep his routine even while feeling discomfort. He tries to continue being the same cat as always, even when something inside starts to change. That's why every small sign deserves to be observed with more attention, not with desperation, not with guilt, but with presence, with care, with the kind of awareness that understands that for a cat, a small change can be a huge message. Don't wait for him to look sick before you take it seriously. Many times, when the sign becomes too obvious, the time that could have helped has already passed. The secret is to notice earlier, to compare him to who he used to be, to notice what has changed in his sleep, his movements, his litter box habits, his appetite, his meows, his play, and the way he occupies the house. Because maybe your cat's cry for help won't come as a scream. Maybe it will come as a meow in the middle of the night, as a jump he stopped making, as a lost stare at the wall, as a litter box being used differently, as a quieter presence than before. And when you learn to see these signs, you stop treating everything as just old age and start listening to what his behavior is trying to say. If you want to learn to read these signs better, understand your cat's behavior, and care for this relationship with more awareness, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Together, we will uncover every feline mystery.